This is your homework helper, Mrs. Anderson. Today I will help you with Lesson 5, Generate Patterns. The pattern below is made from toothpicks. Figure 1 uses 4 toothpicks, Figure 2 uses 8 toothpicks, and Figure 3 uses 12 toothpicks. How many toothpicks will be needed for Figures 4, 5, 6, and 7? So this right here models the toothpicks. If you have Figure 4, continuing that pattern, adding one more square at the end, and it has 16 toothpicks. And then here's the next one, and it has 20 toothpicks. So completing the table, here's what we would do. Figure number 1 is this one, figure number 2 is this one, and so on. So figure number 1 uses 4 toothpicks, and figure number 2 uses 8 toothpicks, and so on. But what we can find out here by doing this is figuring out what the pattern is. If I'm on 4, what do I do to get to 8? Well, I can plus 4, or I can times by 2. So my pattern might be times 2, or my pattern might be plus 4. What I'll need to do is check the next number. When I go from 8 to 12, well, I'm at plus 4. But if I do 8 times 2, I'll get 16. So now I know my pattern is not times 2. My pattern is plus 4. So on each of these, I can see that I'm adding 4 each time. So if I were to go on, here's Figure 5 with 20 toothpicks. If I went on, Figure 6, I'd add 4. Figure 7, I'd add another 4. And Figure 8, I'd add another 4. So that's how using the graph can help us with our patterns. So let's look at this pattern here. For each pattern, you're going to draw toothpicks to find the number of toothpicks needed for the next figure. So on this one, you need to have Figure 4, and on this one, you'll need to have Figure 4. So Figure 1 uses 1, 2, 3 toothpicks. Figure 2 uses those 3 plus 2 more. Those 2 are added, so it uses 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it looks like my pattern is probably plus 2. So what I'll need to do is for Figure 4 is draw the same pattern that I have and then add the next piece. And then here I'll write down how many toothpicks are used in Figure 4. Then I'll do the very same thing here. Figure 4 is here. Figure 1 uses 3. Figure 2, well, there's 3 here and 3 here, so it uses 6, and then so on. I can figure out what each of these has, how many toothpicks each figure has, and then here I write down how many toothpicks for Figure 4. And then the question is, how does this pattern compare to the pattern for exercise 1? So how do these two patterns compare? How are they similar, or how are they different? All right, let's look at the problem-solving problem here. The table shows the height in centimeters each plant grew during a week. Assume the patterns continue. Compare the growth in height of each plant. Okay, so on plant A, on day 1, it hadn't grown at all. Day 2, it grew 2 centimeters. Day 3, it grew 4 centimeters. So if I figure out what my pattern here is, it looks like it is plus 2 each day. Okay, so every day from here to here, plus 2. Now on plant B, it goes from 0 to 6 to 12 to 18. Wow, this one's growing really fast. It looks like it's going plus 6 each day. So now what I want to do is compare these two plants. So this plant grows like 2 centimeters a day, and this plant grows 6 centimeters a day. So now when I compare this plant with this plant, I'm actually going to look at these numbers. What can I say about the numbers 2 and 6? Well, I can say that 6 is 3 times greater than 2. And that's true. 6 is 3 times greater than 2. So that tells me that plant B is 3 times bigger than plant A. And that's what I'll write right here. Okay, thanks for watching this homework helper video. If you have questions, feel free to ask me tomorrow at school.